Hello and welcome to the It's Too Bloody Hot podcast. I am, as usual, your usual host, Joe Scornbrace, and I am joined here by Tony.
I'm the usual co-host.
And the usual host.
Yeah, Tony, yeah.
And
it is too bloody hot.
And Daniel's here as well. Hello guys, it's me, Daniel.
You get closer to the microphone.
Daniel's in Shropshire. He's always on holiday whenever we try and record the podcast, so...
He could be dead, though, for all we know.
TLDR, Daniel's dead. Anyway, let's get on with the news. So, there's been a rumour that Nintendo is making a Legend of Zelda mobile game, apparently.
Yeah, rumours.
Well,
Cannot
I don't
confirm
know.
or deny.
Maybe it's going to be like Super Mario Run.
Yeah.
Like a really simplified, dumbed-down version of
I
the game
wouldn't
franchise.
put it past Nintendo. Like, it's something they would do. Like, it's not out of the realms. But I'm not really sure.
Well, the last time I said a rumour was false, it turned out to be true. I said they weren't going to remaster StarCraft.
Yeah, it's not. Rumours not.
So I don't want to comment on this.
So you're saying, if you say it isn't true, it means it will be true, right?
It's not true. I don't know, it sounds interesting.
That's
I want to
how
play
that
a
works.
Legend of Zelda mobile game.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What if
I'm
I
not
could?
sure. I feel like it could be shit.
My
though.
phone's like 7 years old, so probably can't.
Yeah, well, my phone can barely run Hearthstone. You need one of those Samsung
I used to
or
have
Fire
like,
phones.
do you know Tesco make those huddle tablets?
Yeah,
You could collect like Tesco vouchers and you could buy
yeah.
huddles with it. I had like a huddle and I tried to run Hearthstone on it and it just like blew up. It was awful. You can't like the original huddle. I think they make like a huddle 2 or something, which is their like new like stock Android kind of Tesco's tablet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing is like I threw it away. It's so slow. Like it takes 10 minutes to like turn it on.
Yeah. No,
It's beyond repair now.
It was technically free though, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Because you collect club
Loyalty
card
points,
Yeah,
yeah.
when you shop at Tesco's, the grocery store in the UK, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Tesco with technology.
It was okay at first, but then it was like, oh, this is a piece of
not
shit.
for Hearthstone.
Well, I wrote my my computer blew up at university.
Yeah.
I wrote all of my university essays on a little keyboard attachment USB
Yeah.
on the Huddle tablet. I wrote it on that.
So it saved.
Yeah.
It saved her essays.
Yeah. Anyway, next piece of news. Steam has greenlit Halflife VR. So you're finally going to be able to play VR in full... Yeah.
Oh, right.
Play Half-Life in full VR.
This is what a lot of people have wanted.
Yeah. I would. I don't know. Is it going to be like room scale where you teleport around? Because I feel like if I moved around with like the arrow keys,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd get like horribly motion
I'm not sure
sick.
how they're going to do that.
I know they have like arm tracking.
Mm.
So
Like
you
the
can
weapons.
You can hold like weapons, and they've redesigned all the models because they need to be seen from different viewing angles. So you can actually like move the weapons around and move them around with the Vive controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I think it was the Oculus Touch as well. They said they're going to support like modern VR headset support. So I'm guessing Oculus Touch.
I do like their release date on that though.
What's the release date?
Soon.
Yeah. It's on. So Half-Life VR is on Valve time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's done when it's done. Which is sometimes also Blizzard time. It's just done when it's done. Nobody knows when they're doing stuff.
So we've got news from Sega. Sega said they plan to revive major IPs and challenge new ones. They want to expand and obtain IPs for PC. And we've seen the Bayonetta PC port, fantastic. Yep. We've seen the Vanquish PC port, good, but has a weird bug where invincibility frames and regenerating health is tied to FPS.
Yeah.
So people realise that the game is actually harder at 60 FPS and 144 FPS because the higher FPS you have, the less invincibility frames you have.
So put it down to 30.
Well, people have been working on a fix to try and
just disconnect the
fix it.
code from
Yeah.
the FPS. I just mentioned that you should never, ever, ever tie anything to the FPS. Like at any point in any language, at any point ever, unless it's an FPS counter. Do not tie anything to the FPS.
I think they just wanted people to use a cinematic FPS, like 30 FPS.
Well, to be fair, I think it makes it easier for a lot of things. They don't have to have a simulation to keep it stable. They just tie it to something that's going to be stable. But it does mean it comes into issues later on in its life, and if you have problems in the actual game itself, things start to run poorly. Or Toll Biscuit's favourite racing game where you can go at ludicrous speeds if you increase the FPS, which is my favourite racing game. I feel like that every racing game should have that feature. I can't remember what game that was actually.
Yeah, you'd have to look it up. Sounds interesting, though.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago now. But yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it, kids.
It's bad for your health.
Imagine playing. You'd be invincible at 1 frame per second, though, wouldn't you?
Would have no regen. I guess. Would you just dodge all the time?
You'd have unlimited invincibility frames. Because time would be moving so slowly.
Yeah, but you also wouldn't be able to play the game.
That's a good point.
It'd be really slow. You'd be invincible, but it would take 10 times as long to complete it, if not more.
I guess. Throttle your GPUs and make them run really low FPSs.
Underclock it.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Well, it seems like there's a fix for it. People are modding it to fix it, so that's good, I guess. But other than that, very good PC port.
Yeah,
it seems to. It's from the port report from Digital Foundry. It seems to they've just kind of upscaled the textures slightly. They haven't really changed any textures. They kind of got rid of the blurriness that you can't see anything with from the
because they can load more textures on the
PlayStation version, and that you can now have a larger render distance. But it does look very good. So
I need to install that. I do own it now.
You own it now?
Yeah, I bought them both together. It was
because you bought them both together, you got a really good discount.
Yeah, they both one said, "Oh yeah, if you own one, it gives you a discount." Then you put both in the basket, and you get the same discount across both of them.
Yeah,
that's really confusing, but really good for money. It was £22 instead of 30.
Yeah,
I want to say, which is really good.
So you got Vanquish and Bayonetta on PC for £20, which is
Bayonetta
insane.
I've never played, but Vanquish I have played before, and it is a fantastic game. Yeah, I would say the FPS is annoying on console with that game though, because it's a quick game. I wouldn't say I only feel the quicker the game, the more FPS you kind of need, because it's just, I don't know. Don't play on console is what I'm trying to say.
We've seen Sega re-releasing these games.
Yeah.
And we've now also seen some more of Sonic Forces, the new Sonic. What the fuck is a Sonic?
They know what a Sonic is. They don't know what a Sonic is.
So we're getting Sonic Mania, which is made by one of
Sonic Mania looks really good, and it is made by people who know how to make Sonic games.
Yeah, these people who've been emulating old Sonic games and have ported them to mobile and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we've got Sonic Forces, and they just announced you can make your own hedgehog.
I do like Jim Sterling's response to this. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
So you know what's gonna happen.
Think about it, Sega. You know what's gonna happen.
Maybe they just. I do like to think that they do know what's going to happen, but they don't care because it's going to make them money.
Well, I'd be interested to see.
I wouldn't care.
Gameplay for Sonic Forces. It seems like there's going to be new Sonic moments and then old Sonic moments, similar to Sonic Generations.
Yeah, so they just went, people like that, let's add this to this game.
Well, people like playing old Sonic, and then we're like, oh, we don't want to go through the new Sonic sections.
Just skip it.
Yeah, so
yeah,
we'll see.
I'm not sure about Sonic Forces. Like, as Jim Sterling also said, like the trailers for Sonic always look good.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
But with every Sonic game, they always try and do something different, and even when they get to something that's almost good and there's an idea they should probably develop, the next Sonic game is just like, no, something different. We don't know what the fans want. Throw shit at the wall until something sticks.
We want Shadow the Hedgehog with guns and lots of endings. You have to play it 10 times to get the actual ending.
What the fuck was Sonic Team thinking of Shadow the Hedgehog?
What are they thinking of Sonic 06 afterwards?
Sonic 06, Jesus.
Had the same problem. We had to play like 3 different stories to get the actual ending.
I still stand by that I enjoyed Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, Sonic Heroes is good.
I think a lot of people didn't like Sonic Heroes because it was like completely on rails. It was very hard to not beat that game.
There were some points where you had to like slow down. And it was really annoying, and it was kind of harder at those parts.
But when I played Sonic Heroes, I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah. So
I had no idea that it was on.
I didn't know what the fuck was a Sonic was. So.
Anyway, well, that's the news about Sega. Next piece of news. Oh, Twitch is streaming all 886 episodes of Mr. Rogers as a PBS fundraiser. I mean, it's no Power Rangers or Bob Ross, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, Power Rangers slit. Bob Ross is fantastic.
They seem to like doing these little TV show stream things too, as kind of merchandise deals and as fundraisers. Because they did the Bob Ross one. They had the new Power Rangers film came out, so they made a deal.
I assume that that's all going through like Amazon because they sell films and TV shows. So
probably Big Papa Amazon.
Yeah.
Who owns Twitch, by the way? Don't forget that, like we did.
Never forget.
So many companies own other companies. It's hard to remember who owns which because it's like. Amazon owns Twitch, and then Twitch owns Curse.
I find it difficult to like keep track of like who Google owns because they buy like tons of companies like every year. They then like move them into their own, like rename them, rebrand them, move them. Then they don't exist anymore, but they're still there.
Like Riot Games is the biggest company in the world, but they're owned by like Tencent, who's like this massive Chinese organization. And then the people are like, "Oh, you should investigate the Chinese League of Legends scene. Something's going on in their esports. They're not following the rules." And it's like they could, but then Tencent would be like, "Fuck off. We own this. This is our league.
We own esports." Yeah.
Anyway,
that is a problem, I guess. But
Far Cry. Oh well, I mean,
moving.
No, I forgot we were talking about. I forgot we were talking about Mr. Rogers, but yeah, it started off just showing like the original episodes. I don't know if you've ever seen Mr. Rogers.
No, I don't really know what Mr. Rogers is actually.
It's like an American TV show. It was like a children's TV show where Mr. Rogers comes in, he's nice sweater, and he talks to the kids.
It sounds really creepy.
It does in like 2017, but like at the time it was very sweet. He was a very nice man. He's not Jimmy Savile.
That's what I'm thinking.
I saw the Louis Theroux documentary on Jimmy Savile the other day, and I thought it was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like knowing what you know.
Oh, like on Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, he went and stayed with Jimmy Savile before he died.
Okay.
And it's he has this like really weird relationship with women.
Right.
Where he's like, he said he's like, oh, never had a girlfriend. They bad for the brain. They do your brain damage. And he's like,
okay.
He lived with his mother all of his life.
What?
In like a flat.
Why?
And then they go and visit his mother's flat, and like all her things are still there, perfectly like kept and cleaned and stuff.
There's something definitely wrong there. for sure.
Yeah, it seems like he had like a really fucked up relationship with women.
Yeah. So he just had like one night stand his whole life, basically.
I don't know. He said he never had a relationship with a woman. Like he's never had a girlfriend.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's what he said.
I'm so confused.
If you're interested in, the most interesting part was he owns a mountain. So he went to like his house where he has a mountain, and then he falls off the mountain and breaks his leg. And then instead of calling the hospital, he calls a photographer to come take pictures of him for the local newspaper. Make sure to get a couple of snaps for the newspaper.
So he fell off and he went, I could get this fixed straight away, or I could get some publicity.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a very weird man, but he's not anything like Mr. Rogers. So. Who was a fictional guy on TV. It starts off in black and white, so like the entire Twitch page was in black and white.
Okay.
Which is quite funny, and now it's in colour now. It's still running at the moment as of recording the 29th.
How many episodes do they have then?
886.
That's a lot of episodes.
It went for years. It was like one of the most loved children's show in America. I mean, we don't know much about it because we never got Mr. Rogers over there. It was a very American thing. But yeah, Twitch is fun rating. If you like Mr. Rogers or you want to learn some valuable life lessons, go and watch.
I'd rather
Mr.
watch
Rogers
Power Rangers, to be honest, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather watch like some children's cartoon. But that's kind of what we grew up with, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just Mr. Rogers teaching people lessons. It definitely doesn't get as many views as like Power Rangers. Power Rangers had like 50,000 views, and then Mr. Rogers has like barely any.
1984. I guess that's kind of what this picture quality reminds me of.
Apparently, they've reached 27,704 PBS, and they're allowing you to donate to your local PBS station through Twitch at the bottom there. So that's
we have a local one, right?
No idea. I'm gonna look it up. Anyway, Far Cry 5 confirmed. We talked about this, I think, last week or the week before, and we said there was rumours of a new Far Cry game, and I was like, who is this for? There is so many Far Cry games.
Now we know.
And it looks like that they announced a trailer. They showed a trailer as well. Well, I watched it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's based in the American South, I'm guessing. It's with a like religious fundamentalist bunch of preachers who are calling people sinners and capturing people and torturing them and converting them to their church.
There's been lots of
controversy.
Yeah, it is controversy, I guess, but it seems to be unfounded to me. Like, their arguments seem to be like completely invalid. It's like, surely, like, you could say exactly the same about all the games.
Yeah.
Like, they've had people that are stereotypes and not actually in reality what happens in that region. But we knew that it's a fictional place. Like, you can do what you like. Yeah, like, you can make America evil in your game if you want. That's allowed.
Yeah.
I don't understand the people's problem with this. It's not saying, oh yeah, all Christians are like this in the South. This is real. This is documentary evidence.
I think they're getting annoyed because someone on like Twitter was saying like, you're showing religious fundamentalists. You're too scared to show like ISIS or something. It's just like
it's not really what they do though. Like they go for like green, lush places. You can't really go to a desert. And to be fair, I wouldn't want to do ISIS either.
Well, I wasn't particularly hyped for Far Cry 5 when it was teased, but after seeing the trailer, it actually looks really interesting.
It was interesting, but I'm still not hyped for it.
You're not hyped for it?
No, I feel like it's going to be exactly the same formula. I don't trust Ubisoft in any way.
Well, I mean, I never played Far Cry 1. I played Far Cry 2 and I thought it was awful.
Just dies of malaria.
Yeah, the entire game is you just dying of malaria.
I think I played Far Cry 3 a little bit.
I played Far Cry 3, and
I watched a lot
really
of Far Cry
good.
3. Yeah. And I always remember the alligator moment with Toby.
And then 4 comes out, and you're like, oh, okay.
It's the same game.
I did like the bonus ending in Far Cry 4, though.
Yeah.
Where he tells you to wait there for 15 minutes, then you just wait 15 minutes, and he comes back, and the game ends. Most people just run away.
Yeah.
There was Blood Dragon as well for Far Cry 3, which is very good.
That is good, yeah.
There was Trials Blood Dragon as well, which was this weird mix.
I'm not feeling that one.
This weird mix of Blood Dragon and Trials where you're like shooting things on a mic. I really like Trials, actually. I think it was
I think Trials is alright, but I don't really see the appeal of it combined with Blood Dragon. I don't really get that one. Like, why do I want to shoot?
And then there was Far Cry Primal that kind of just disappeared into.
Well, that was copy paste map from 4 with different story and different characters.
With woolly mammoths.
Yeah, and they didn't really
use
it properly.
Things that are going to appear in Far Cry 5: capturing towers.
Skinning, getting
hunting and gathering.
Yeah, diseases, healing,
taming animals.
Yeah.
Lots of guns.
Some sneaking stuff.
Some weird vehicle that can only be used in that area that you're in. Like a hang glider or something.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be like, like if they have swamps and like lakes and things, they're gonna have like the
hovercraft.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. That's what I'm feeling with. I actually want to.
I want to go on a hovercraft.
Actually, was that in Far? They might have had those in Far Cry 3. Actually,
I don't know. Maybe.
But we need those in Far Cry.
I'm gonna need that hovercraft.
Yeah.
Okay, so next piece. This is quite big. Destiny 2. We talked about this. It's coming to PC. It's exclusive on Battle.net. Now, this confused me at first a lot. Because I was like, why would Blizzard randomly put Destiny 2 onto Battle.net? And I was like, wait, Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, they're the same company.
It's Activision who's publishing Destiny 2, so it actually makes a lot of sense.
Technically, Activision Blizzard's the one publishing it. They're both the same company.
Yeah.
It's just so confusing that for face, they've separated them still.
They call it Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, but when they say like, oh, it's published by Activision, they're always published by Blizzard. Like on a face level, like most people don't know it's the same company. Like nobody has.
Talking about confusing company mergers.
Yeah.
People acquiring others.
They acquired each other.
They also own Candy Crush. So.
What? Why?
They acquired it a couple of years ago. Like 2015,
sure.
I think.
That's what...
For like a couple of billion.
What are they going to do with it?
It makes a lot of money. People fucking love Candy Crush.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't understand Candy Crush.
Candy Crush makes so much money, it's insane.
For people just being really dumb and getting more lives.
It's people who are too stupid to play Bejeweled.
Yeah.
And then and then they're like, oh, I want to play this on my phone. And then
where's the money coming from?
They build levels where you have to get through objectives. So you have to match 3 candies to break an object, to break a certain other piece of candy blocking you, and you have to clear all the candy that's blocking. And then what they do is they just make it incrementally harder and harder and harder until you have to buy power-ups to help you get through the level, which most people are like, oh yeah, I'll drop a couple of, pounds and some power-ups. I've run out of lives. I need to buy some more lives.
To me, it's just like... Yeah,
and then they shove like a bunch of adverts on it and stuff.
This game is poorly made that you have to buy lives. That's what I would get from it.
No, it's just a freemium game. They just designed it that way.
Yeah, which I think is bad. But that's just me. This is why I don't play mobile games anymore.
Bring us Peggle.
They're dead.
Bring us the real Peggle 2, not the shitty one you made. Bring us Bejeweled 4. I don't want a mobile port. I want full I guess full Origin releases.
I think you should ask for EA to not fuck around with the internal development of the game either, because that's the thing that's what fucks everything up.
Anyway, speaking of Destiny 2 on Battle.net, it means so Activision owns Battle.net right now, so it means they don't have to give any money to Steam, which would be like a huge revenue source for other people, but they can kind of put it in their own back garden now and go, we'll funnel all the money through our own channels, and that way we can keep it in the family.
Yeah, there's no proper. My only issue with this, like, it's fine. Like, obviously, it's anti-consumer if you only put it on like one platform.
Yeah.
But my other problem is that it seems to be really hard to get your money back if you don't want the game.
You're saying like Battle.net doesn't have like a very strong refund policy like Steam
or even Origin.
Yeah.
Like if they put it on Origin and Battle.net, I could understand. Like fair enough, you've got at least one platform where you can get your refund.
So with going on to Battle.net, they could be using Blizzard's anti-cheat, which is very good that we've seen from Overwatch.
Yeah, I can understand that.
People who've cheated on Overwatch are getting banned. Then they bought it again on a different account and got banned. Changed their hardware and stuff, and it's still banning them and stuff.
It's still the same IP. You have to change your router as well. Change your whole computer.
Yeah, so they have like very strict like anti-cheat on games like that. So maybe why they wanted to put it on there. That's probably the biggest reason is to get it on. Go through Blizzard. Don't give a cut to Valve.
Yeah. No sales.
It's kind of anti-consumer because Blizzard barely ever goes on sale.
No.
So there's not going to be a Steam sale of this game. So if you're going, I might pick up this game for like $15 when it's on sale, or that's not going to happen.
Let's just hope.
Blizzard does do sales. Recently, they put Overwatch on sale because they did a free weekend. I think they put World of Warcraft on sale recently, but usually
whenever they do like a free weekend, they put things on sale.
Yeah.
But it's kind of infrequent compared to Steam.
So there's going to be no dedicated servers for PC.
Great work.
Which means you're going to have to connect to people through NAT. You remember like NAT type is strict.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, really fucking annoying.
It's
killed a lot of the hype for me.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this game because like the original Destiny came out with like it was like $60 for like not much of a game. You had to wait until like the DLCs might actually like make it a game.
The thing I saw of Destiny is I heard that it was really all the bosses were just really bullet spongy.
Yeah.
That kind of threw me off.
Because the rest of the game, like the gunplay looked kind of interesting. I could the levels actually kind of seemed interesting. But then I heard like you had to redo some levels. That sounds really weird. That sounds really weird. But
now coming to PC, I think it's going to be like a really big competitor for Warframe. They look quite similar. I know a lot of like my friends who play Warframe were interested in playing Destiny 2 on PC.
Well, I guess they've extinguished all of their not hype, but like all their gameplay they want to play on Warframe. They've seen everything there has to offer so far.
Yeah.
And the updates don't seem to be that fantastic at the moment for Warframe.
I saw an interesting one where there was a character that played. He used like music as a weapon, and you could make your own tunes to use as weapons.
Okay.
It was like an audio weapon, and based on your tune that you made, it changed how you attacked. So people could make their own songs and then use those to attack.
So just
interesting.
A composer playing Warframe.
Yeah, sure. Kind of. I thought that was interesting though.
Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Yeah, apparently Destiny 2 will run uncapped on PC, so you can put whatever FPS you want, which is nice to hear. Not getting a 30 FPS lock.
So that's not going to increase your vulnerability frames?
No, it's not Vanquish, unfortunately. The most interesting thing, the biggest news is this will be the first non-Blizzard developed game to be on the Battle.net launcher, which is huge. which is weird because they're now calling it the Blizzard launcher, and this isn't a Blizzard game.
They should have left it Battle.net.
Yeah.
Although I haven't launched it since, so mine's still Battle.net on my computer.
Yeah. More interesting speculation is that people are thinking maybe if Destiny 2 characters are on the Battle.net launcher, is there a possibility of having them in Heroes of the Storm?
Do you want them in Heroes of the Storm?
I don't know.
Are there any characters you're interested in?
I don't know what the limitations of Heroes of the Storm are. Blizzard going, only Blizzard developed games will be in Heroes of the Storm, or would we see maybe Destiny 2 characters?
I guess it depends if they're able to get like the meshes and the skeletons and the textures
I know,
for the characters.
Heroes of the Storm is based in the StarCraft 2 engine.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that makes it any easier or harder for them to mesh things into it. They'd have to remake models for them anyway. They're not
absolutely. But they would still need the original to be able to make them like in the same vein, like the same authenticity.
So this is quite big. This is kind of the first time this has ever happened in Blizzard history in like 20 years.
It's never happened before.
It's never been done before in the history of Dota. Anyway, well, that's the end of the news. So what we've been playing and watching this week. Have you been playing or watching anything this week, Tony?
I've been playing Stellaris again.
Yeah? What have you been doing?
Well, the Zerg invaded, so I've been trying to...
Evil Emperor Zerg.
Yeah.
Are they like the Zerg on StarCraft?
Yeah, I don't know if have you seen any of like the StarCraft 2 like campaign? Like
no.
Zerg have like absolutely massive like organic ships basically that they launch onto planets and put around their hives and
then
start doing
Kerrigan is the queen of the swarm and she controls
So basically in Stellaris they have huge organic ships with warp drives, and then there's like each fleet has a queen.
Right.
And they have a swarm each. And like something like I want to say like 50 fleets came in from another galaxy to try and fuck us over. And
my entire knowledge of StarCraft 2 is from Heroes of the Storm. So
pretty accurate.
StarCraft man, Jim Reynolds.
StarCraft man himself. Yeah, I needed StarCraft man actually. So, but luckily I'm on the other side of the galaxy in my Stellaris game, so I'm just going to war with lots of people on my side trying to increase. The Federation is being warmongering.
You asked me. You said, "Should I go to war with these people?" And I said, yeah.
"Well, I actually said, should I go to war with these Pac-Man people?" And you said, "Yeah."
I said, "Yeah, why not?"
It was really funny after you left, like yesterday. It was like the other people in my Federation went, "Yeah, we want to go to war with them again." I was like, "All right." We'll go for
one
it.
One more.
Everyone in the galaxy is like, yeah, you've got a massive threat level, so you keep going to war. I was like, yeah, but it's for the good of mankind.
It's for the good of the kids.
There's no humans in my galaxy, actually.
Oh.
It's for the good of the people and the organics in the galaxy.
Are you playing the plant people?
No, I'm robots.
Oh, you're robots.
I turned myself into robots.
Oh, did you get your zoo ready?
Yeah, my zoos.
Okay.
We got loads of zoos already.
So what I've been playing this week, I played Overwatch again for the anniversary update. Did I talk about this last week?
I don't think so.
See, anniversary update added 3 new arena maps. I would talk about this a lot, but Daniel's not here, so I'll briefly go over it.
I think you mentioned this to me because you said like you had one of the skins, but you didn't like it.
Oh yeah, so the first, you get 1 free loot box for logging in, and I got the Soldier 76 skin.
Yeah.
And it's like the Cyborg Soldier 76 skin. It sounds really cool, and then I put it on, and I was like, oh, this isn't great. Like, he just looks like really weird and bold. I was like, it sounds cool, but it's kind of just him.
It's not even like cool
orange.
Captain Picard board either.
No.
It's just...
I don't know. Nah. Not having it. I wanted Power Ranger. They made like a Power Ranger Genji skin. Which is
what?
Really cool.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture. I don't remember what it's actually called.
You're hoping this will find it?
Yeah, I'll find it.
Will it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Power Ranger Genji.
That actually looks like Green Ranger.
Yeah.
That's too powerful.
Tommy is too OP. It looks. I actually really want that skin because that one looks really cool.
It does look really
I'd
good.
probably say that's like the coolest skin in the event. Lucio, they've done something different where they've given Lucio a jazz skin where he's got like a hat on and like a trumpet, and they're actually changing his music because he uses like music to heal and stuff, and they're trying.
He was like the hip hop guy,
but now like his music is more jazzy.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
So, does it change from like skin to skin, or is it just going to change?
Well, this is the first skin. It's changed the music.
Right. Okay.
So this is kind of what Blizzard's testing. But yeah, if you check out the skins because they're mostly really cool. This event. They've also added dancing emotes for every single character, which is cool. There's a lot of cool dances. I need Winston's dance.
I haven't seen any of the dances, so I really want to see them. Because you always had like emotes in Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
But now it's the first time they've had dancing, though. Some
of the characters had dance emotes, I think, or none of them. One of the two.
Right. Okay.
Because originally there's just like a bunch of random emotes. Then they added sitting emotes for everyone. Yeah. Some of them had sitting, and then they added dancing emotes for everyone.
So just like unifying everything across every character.
Because now, in a recent update, they added it so you could equip multiple emotes. So on the wheel, you can have like a sitting emote, a dancing emote, another emote, and you can also have multiple voice lines.
Yeah. And
sprays and stuff. So they're adding more like emotes and stuff because you can have multiple on your character as well.
And you can unlock them.
Yeah. This must be like the fucking like 10th Tracer skin. They've released another Tracer skin.
But everyone loves Tracer.
They released a Tracer skin.
How many are there now in total?
I did have to count. They had
it's this one.
Graffiti Tracer.
I'm not feeling this one.
I actually really like this one.
Do you?
Yeah, I really want this one. I
like the mask.
I'm a big Tracer player. I've got golden Tracer guns, so people really liked the last one from the Uprising event. I didn't like it.
Was that the one I really didn't like?
Yeah, the one where she's like in the blue uniform.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like. But yeah, I do like the new graffiti skin. But I shouldn't talk about skins the whole time. So they've added especially when we're on an audio podcast and I'm showing you pictures of skins that other people can't see.
Yeah, we haven't got the editing.
No, so
the editing team is not real.
They added there's the arena map which is 3v3, which is called Echo Point Antarctica, and what they did is they made 3 new ones. There's 3 new maps, and what they did was they added new rule set for it. So now what they've done is they've made it so once you've won a round with a character, you can no longer play with that character. Because they realise people just pick very specific characters over and over again. Yeah,
for that map.
Yeah, because some characters were way stronger than others, so the other characters would never get picked.
That's actually a good idea.
I think is a really good idea.
Yeah.
It's really good in practice that you can go, okay, let's win with these characters this round, but maybe we save this character for another round.
Yeah, I really like that. That's good.
And what they've also done is they usually, if there was like 2 teams, like maybe like one person's still alive, if you don't kill each other after a certain time, it highlights the other person on the map and shows you where they are, and then if you don't kill them, it's a draw. It just starts again. That's now cool. What they've done is they've added a control point to the middle. So if it gets to, it's about to draw, a control point unlocks in 20 seconds, and the first person to capture this wins the round. Okay. So it stops these really stupid draws from happening.
Everyone comes into the centre to fight each other out to try and win. Yeah, that's good. That's a much better idea.
Yeah, so it stops like these really bullshit draws where people are just sitting in corners hiding in order to not lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the main changes to the arena, because they've added these 3 maps to the rotation now. So now, as well as Echo Point Antarctica, it's now it's like an Anubis map. I think it's called like Temple or something. It's really cool. It's like set above Anubis. It's like Anna's secret hideout.
Right.
There's like a Dorado maps. There's like a Mexican theme where Sombra's hiding out in like this like Mexican town, and then there is the final one, which is it's like a Black Forest, which is like near Eichenwald. Have you seen any of the shorts? I think you've seen some. Have you seen the Bastion one?
Yeah.
The last Bastion.
Yeah.
That's the Black Forest.
Okay.
That's where it's set.
Yeah.
So that's like a rundown castle with like a bunch of forests coming out of it.
Isn't that in Germany somewhere?
Yeah, it's in Germany.
Okay. So I couldn't really figure out if it was the same one I was thinking of in real life.
Yeah, it's set in the Black Forest of Germany.
I really want to go there actually in real life on a side.
Try the Black Forest Ghetto.
I think I've tried one before.
Why is it called the Black Forest? Is
that
just where it comes from?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I tried it. It was alright.
So we were talking about hot dogs the other day. And you said, why are they called hot dogs? And I said, it's because they're named after the dogs that look like sausages. And you said, no, they're not.
I was like, but surely the dogs look like the sausages that come from...
No. Germans came over with the sausage dogs and they went, that's a hot dog. And they went, that looks like a sausage. Let's call it a hot dog. A wiener dog. Or
it's such a weird way of naming a dog. I don't understand.
They named hot dogs after the dogs.
They went, that's a hot dog.
What came first, the hot dog or the dog? It was the dog.
It was the dog. And the Germans. Bloody Germans.
Anyway, they've changed 1v1 as well. So now so usually 1v1 was a best of 7 or 9. One of the two.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
It's quick rounds because it's 1v1.
Okay.
I think Guy would have preferred it if it was like a best of 3 or a best of 5, because I think it gets really annoying when you have to play like a bunch.
Shouldn't you be able to choose though, like a medium game or like a long game or something?
You could. So they have the custom game lobby, so you could probably do that in the custom game browser if you want to do that. But this is just for the default 1v1. What they've done is they've made it so that it's usually in 1v1 what happened was you would get given a random character each and you'd both have the same character given at random, so it'd be a 1v1 on the same character. But now what they've done is you get a choice of 3 random characters each. You both get the same 3 random characters.
So it's like Hearthstone.
But you have to pick which one you want to play, and you have to think about, is this the best character? Is this the best character for me? Does this character do well against the other characters? Because you're not sure which one he's going to pick. Yeah. So I think that's quite interesting.
You have to kind of it's like like in rock paper scissors, like professional tournaments that are trying to like psych each other out.
Excuse me?
There's professional.
Is there professional rock paper scissors tournaments?
Yeah. Like it was like one woman who's like could win like really well, like really easily.
How?
Because she tried to think like how they were thinking. After the first round was always like no one knows what's gonna happen. So it's completely random. Then after that, she then tried to predict what they were going to do after the ones they chose, if they won or lost, and then that's how she won.
It's probably more competitive than Hearthstone tournaments.
It probably is because you both have the same cards.
That sounds like Street Fighter 5, where there's so much input lag that attacks are more about predicting what your opponent's going to do more than getting the attacks in. Yeah,
I think it's something like it's all about just predicting like how they're thinking, like their psyche basically.
Anyway, I think that's all there is to talk about in the new Overwatch event. Oh, I was playing Portal 2.
Oh yeah.
I always watch Valve News Network videos where he has like stock footage of him playing Portal, and every time I watch it, I'm like, I want to play Portal again. So I installed Portal 2.
Played some custom.
I played through the entire campaign again, which is very fun. I enjoyed the Stephen Merchant's very funny Wheatley dialogue.
Wheatley is really good in that.
And I played through some custom maps, and one of the best ones I found was called Timegate.
Yeah.
Where he had built it so there was like this small little room, and it was set in the past, and then you open this time gate and you'd walk through the entire route. You'd walk through to the same room in the future where it was like overrun by the jungle, which is really interesting because it functioned like a proper time gate. So actions you made in the in the past affected the future and stuff, and you'd have to
But not vice versa.
No, you kind of like shot through things through the time gate.
Yeah.
Which was quite interesting. Because you had some lasers and you get like a cube and you shoot the laser through the time gate and shoot the laser into the future and stuff, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
That was really good. I played Conundrum, which it's by the same guy. He's a really talented
he loves Portal.
map maker, and he'd made Quantum Conundrum in Portal, which is fucking
With
amazing.
a
It was
Portal.
really amazing because I played through the entirety of Quantum Conundrum a couple of years back, and I really enjoyed that because it's made by Kim Swift, the original developer of Portal, and Narbacula Drop, the tech demo she used to make Portal.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really good. First off, it starts off, and he's found a way to make the everything, the fluffy zone work.
The same
Portal.
mechanics.
He's made time slowing work as well. And then it's like, okay, it's Quantum Conundrum, and now let's add portals to it. So you get a portal gun as well.
So to change the properties of everything and have
Yeah,
portals.
it's quite interesting.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Now you're thinking of portals.
Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing goes out.
If you just type Timegate into the Steam Workshop for Portal 2 and click custom visuals, and you look up that map, look up the maps he's made, because they're all, I guarantee you, they're all really good.
Even the experimental, you're not meant to see ones.
Yeah, just test them out. I think that's all I've been playing. Tony's hitting something with the back of his chair.
Just the air conditioning units. Fine. We don't need that.
I think that's all we've been playing and watching. Anyway, Vive is making a standalone VR headset. The idea that everything's in the headset. So we've seen people making the Vive, the Oculus, you plug it into a computer. We've seen the Samsung Gear VR, the Google Cardboard is the idea you plug it into your phone. This is the idea is that you have a standalone headset that is powered by itself.
Yeah.
And this is going to run no phone, no PC, no wires, just a headset, and it's using Google DayDream. Google DayDream is built to be used with phones, but it's also going to be used standalone for this specific headset. Yeah. So it's made by Vive. It's made by HTC, the people that make the Vive, but it's going to be using Google DayDream's VR.
I wonder how they're going to do the power issues, though.
I have no idea.
They don't seem to be talking about it at all.
Well, they said that the standalone VR headsets with DayDream are coming with their partners HTC and Lenovo in a leader in mobile computing innovation. Maybe they're going to be doing YouTube 3D.
Is that what this is for?
I feel like that's one of the main things you're going to be able to compute on a small little headset like that. You're not going to be able to play it's going to be short experiences on a standalone headset, but you're not going to be able to play full games like you would on a Vive plugged into a PC or an Oculus.
It'd be a very, very expensive device.
There's no way they can make that.
No.
That's impossible. Because if you had the technology to create this super powerful machine the size of a phone, we already have those phones. Right?
Yeah, they'd be super expensive, but they would exist.
Because Gaben talked about this in his interview with Valve News Day. He was about the technology for Vive headset screens is going to come from phones, because these high quality, high resolution screens that's the size of a phone are going to come from phones. Yeah. People, they're kind of the leaders at the moment for creating these things, iPhone.
Yeah. Or the Samsung.
Yeah, iPhone 7 has a crazy resolution screen, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that was one There's a couple of ones.
I know it has like a fucking 4K camera inside.
Yeah. They wanted to be the best in the camera. But I think there's a couple of phones that have really crazy screens though.
Yeah.
It's not just the iPhone.
I think it's like 1080p. It's like 1920 by 1080.
Yeah.
There's some that are like super high tech. I know the Samsung Galaxy 8 just came out. They're sticking with the Samsung Galaxy brand. They're not changing that. They definitely.
I like so many pitfalls. And like, no. People know what a Galaxy is.
Yeah, Samsung's Galaxy S8 exploded. The head of Korea got done for money embezzlement and fraud and that sort of stuff.
It's definitely a brand that you should stick with and not change the name of at least.
But actually, it looks really good because it has a new especially it's good for like live streaming. I've heard because it has like a technology where you can transmit like twice as many bits with half the uploading.
Oh, they've got a better compression algorithm.
Yeah. It's got like a brand new one.
Okay.
That it's using. I'd have to look it up because I'm not prepared to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S8.
Or the S8 and the S8 Plus.
Oh, I didn't know what the S8 Plus is. The S8 Plus, is it just bigger?
I don't know.
I think it is.
Oh yeah, it's just a bigger. It is just like, we want the oversized version, please.
I need a bigger.
Oh, look at these colours. Can you change the colour?
Midnight black or orchid grey.
Ooh. I don't want to know how much that is. That's too much money.
But yeah, that's really interesting because I knew a lot of people streaming IRL on Twitch are using the Samsung Galaxy S8.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really interesting.
Even with all the explosions.
No, the S7's the one that had the battery issues. I think as long as the S8 doesn't have any, huge technical failures, they could build a lot of faith back in the brand.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
They could have easily just gone, this isn't the Samsung Galaxy S8, this is the Samsung
it's just
Galaxy
like using the same technology
4X1
as the Samsung
or something
S8.
like that. But no, they were like, we need people to know this is the Galaxy.
What would you name it to? Because the Galaxy sounds impressive. Like, what would you call it?
Samsung Super Duper Trooper phone.
Samsung.
Or they could just do like
Nebula.
they could just do like just call it Samsung, and then people call it Samsung 2017.
No,
that would be if you ever need to name something, just name it after itself with no numbers after it, so people get really confused when
you can do the Microsoft one when you just put a 1 next to it, pretending it's the first one.
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Samsung One. There's like a HTC One, isn't there?
Yeah. Just so confused. Like for the Xbox, it's so ridiculous. It's like, oh yeah, there's the Xbox, the original, then the Xbox 360, then the Xbox One. Yeah, it's not the Xbox 3.
Well, it looks like it has head tracking. The new DayDream headset from the video.
Getting back on topic. Do you want to play sports, but also augmented?
Got something called World Sense, where we can lean, dodge, and duck with World Sense, and it does that inside the virtual reality world.
Okay, so just like augmenting real world stuff.
That's kind of the most information we got at the moment. It says it's coming out later this year.
You can sign up to get all the latest updates, though, Joe.
I'm not signing up. Someone will tell me about it.
Yeah, so someone else, you could put their email address in.
Yeah.
And get a spam email.
I'm not signing up. I don't really care that much. I'll find out more. I always get VR news. So. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Steam updates, and every time we had to push this back like a couple of weeks ago because there was just so much news and I couldn't feasibly add this on the end. And then every time I push this back, every day a new piece of Steam news comes out. Every time I'm like, okay, this is it. There's no more Steam news coming out.
This is the big Steam news
There's
segment.
no more Steam news coming out. They release another fucking piece of Steam news, so I've got to write more. So Steam store changes. So you've probably heard about this already. You've probably already seen this because this was a while ago now. This was the 8th of May.
They said they wanted to do this from the Jim Sterling and Toll Biscuit.
Yeah. So what they've done is they've made it easier to see why you've been recommended a game on Steam. So you may have seen in the past, you would have like on a game, you would have your friend has this on your wish list, right?
Yeah.
And then on the Steam queue, you would have this game was recommended to you because your friends are interested in it. This theme was recommended to you because it's reviewed highly. This game was recommended to you just because, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, whenever you click on a game, it goes, is this game relevant to you? If it's confused while you're looking at it.
I haven't seen the DLC one, but it actually says like one of its prerequisites is you own the game. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you own the game, sort of thing.
So yeah, overwhelmingly positive DLC.
I like when you have something on your wish list. It goes, this game is recommended for you because it's already on your wish list.
You already won this.
But like, if I click on a random game, like if I click on Mark of the Ninja and I scroll down, it goes, this is recommended to you because it's overwhelmingly positive reviewed. It's already on my wish list. It's recommended by Total Biscuit, Extra Credit, the official PC Master Race, and Hodor, which are some creators I follow. Hodor, by the way, only ever posts Hodor on his Steam reviews. He reviewed Mark of the Ninja and he said, Hodor.
Star.
Yeah. And then 3 friends already want this game. So if Steam thinks you would like a game, it will recommend it to you. And then if you click on a game and it hasn't seen you play anything like this, or doesn't think you would usually be interested, it goes, is this game relevant to you?
Yeah.
Are you interested in this?
It kind of asks you like to get feedback, basically. Yeah. I think it's better. A better system than it was before. More transparent as well.
So this is really interesting. Wait, by Robin. Is that Robin Walker? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know he posted that. The ex-head of TF2. I know he does more like behind the scenes Steam stuff now, but he actually made the blog post about the new way that the stores recommend new games and stuff. But you're gonna get recommended more games that are. They think that you enjoy based on your friends. They said in the past the way that the algorithm looks at games, it's found that people are way more likely to play a game if their friend plays that game or their friend recommends that game. I think
that's pretty true. I mean, I still look at like going, like, oh yeah, friend recommends this game. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. But then again, I probably do the same to everyone else.
So if you want to read the whole blog post, you can. It's quite long, but that's the main things they've changed. I'm just surprised Robin Walker fucking posted it because he's like a super high up Valve guy.
Yeah.
He was like one of my favorite guys when he was like the head of TF2.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, Robin? Is that Robin Walker?
It's the same guy. One and the same.
Anyway, so they've done a Steam support update. So they said they get around 75,000 support requests a day. And they're updating transparency. So they now have a specific page where you can look at the Steam support stats.
See if they're overwhelmed.
And so you can say, this is how many requests were submitted, and this is how many people are still waiting for a response.
Yeah.
So the most recent people waiting for a response were about 8,000, and the peak in the last 3 months is that they had 15,000 people waiting for a response. So to put this into statistics, they get around 75,000 requests a day, and at the moment only 8,000 people haven't got a response yet.
There's a peak of 100,000.
Yeah.
I'm actually really interested that this peak is like, it's so regular. Have you noticed that?
That was around a Wednesday that they had this huge peak.
So people always
It
call
was
up.
around a Thursday, actually.
What time is it? Does it say?
No, it just says it's the 25th.
So it's middle of the week or the middle of the week?
They have midweek sales, though.
Is that what the support's coming from? Like
Maybe.
Huge peaks.
I know Steam always has midweek sales.
Yeah.
But yeah, they seem to have huge peaks in the middle of the week for requests. So
for me personally, I would try and call.
There was 100,000 requests, and they only had 13,000 people waiting to hear back from their requests. So it's getting a lot better, and I like the transparency they're showing. Going, hey, we know you're getting really annoyed by Steam support. We've updated it. We're making it better. And we'll show you how many people are looking for Steam support, and we'll show you that we're actually responding to these people.
Yeah, they've also got like the average over the last 30 days for both peak and waiting.
So this next one, maybe the most controversial one, is that Steam gifting changes. So no more gifts in your inventory. As soon as you buy a gift for a friend, it goes straight to your friend.
You have to set it as you buy it, basically.
Yeah. You can set it up so you can send it to them at a specific date, but it doesn't sit in your inventory.
No. Well, some of the games is already in your inventory, though.
I think they just stay.
Okay.
They're not going to just suddenly get rid of your games in your inventory. So declining a gift, instead of it going back, when you buy a game, what usually happens is if you send somebody a gift and they decline it, the game goes into your inventory.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shitty if you want to refund it. Yeah. Because your friend didn't accept the gift.
And it's been too long for the refund system.
So what they did was they made it so instead of when they decline it, it goes to your inventory. Declining a gift just refunds the game. Yeah. Instead of going into your inventory. Cross-country gifting is available, so you can say if your friend was in Russia and you want to send them a gift, you can.
It's still possible.
You can send them a gift unless there's a large difference in price between the two regions, because there's some regions have games that are way cheaper and some regions have games that are way more expensive. So people would kind of spoof their IP and buy games from different regions and that sort of stuff. In which case, if there's a huge difference in price between two regions, cross-country gifting will be disabled between those regions.
I feel like there's still a way. They should still have like a system like you could you'd have to pay more or something. Like, I don't see what the problem. Like if assuming that things in Russia are like cheaper, just generally, just for this hypothetical situation. If I buy it in England, why do they care that I'm gifting it to someone? Like, they're getting more money. Like, why do they care?
Oh,
but I understand like vice versa. If someone buys it from a cheaper one and then sells it to someone more expensive.
If you understand that if you're gifting it from England to Russia and it could be like you're buying games at different prices to stockpile them and sending them to like.
Yeah, but you can't stockpile them anymore. So the moment, so I don't think it should stop it. If I'm buying a game in England and then gifting to someone who lives in Russia, I think that should be fine. And then if they should have like an option, like if they want to gift me a game, I have to like pay like the difference or something, or one of us has to agree to pay the difference.
I guess that'd be an interesting change.
Because like if I wanted to gift someone in Russia, like why not just give me the price in Russia and pretend I'm in there? Just like. I'm not going to get the game back.
There's got to be huge like market reasons why, like different laws in the EU.
Yeah, but I'm just paying. I'm buying it for them basically.
Yeah, but you're buying it from England.
Yeah.
Which means you have to follow the European Union laws for now.
Yeah.
And you have to follow English laws when you're buying
a
game. So it would be weird.
But they're not stopping. They're not stopping it because of the law. They're only stopping it because of the price differences. So that, to me, says they can make
The price differences exist because of tax.
Yeah.
There'll be a huge problem with tax if you bought a game as if you were in Russia.
Yeah. That's fine. That's why I would say just make it so I can buy it in England and then I'm able to give it to someone less.
I'd say the reason these things are like so complicated and exist is because of laws and taxes, basically.
Yeah. Well, people in Europe tend to pay more taxes than the rest of the world.
Apparently, Steam is also disallowing 4 to 2 packs. So for a while, you may have noticed you can no longer get 4 to 2 packs on Steam. To be made on new Steam releases wants to get rid of extra copy system. They basically just cut off the system now.
Yeah.
Current gifts are unaffected by this, but there's very split response to this change. Some people are annoyed they can't buy games on sale to save, to give to friends. Say you wanted to buy a couple of copies of a game on sale and then give them to your friends at a later date. Because some people were saying like, oh, why don't you just buy the game on sale and give it directly to your friend? And you might be saying, oh, but sometimes I make a friend later on when the game's not on sale and I want to give them a copy.
Yeah.
Which is a real request, maybe kind of
but that still also
specific.
That also technically gives more money to the developer as well because they've just bought more games in the future and not selling it on, they're just like gifting it properly.
Well, I think the main reason is because they don't want third-party trading websites.
No.
They want less like resell grey market websites to get this.
They don't want people to get around the different prices and different taxes for different games in different countries and then using that to get grey market.
And another thing I don't think it was mentioned is people who cheat will stockpile many copies of the game that they have and then put them onto like dud accounts.
Yeah.
So someone will go on sale and buy like Counter-Strike Go a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And then put them onto like a different account, and then if they get banned, they just reactivate CS:GO.
Yeah.
On another account and then transfer them across to another account.
Mm.
So unless they're making like 7 different accounts at once and then gifting them directly CS:GO, this is gonna help with that a lot. The funny thing we saw was a while ago when they did the huge wave of Steam bans was that when loads of people got banned for CS:GO for cheating against VAC, CS:GO was like the most popular game on Steam again being bought because people were buying CS:GO again on different accounts. But yeah, people are very torn. But what do you think about this changes?
I think the majority is pretty fine.
First talk about what do you think about games not being able to go into your inventory?
I don't really care about that. Like, I understand that people want to stop having future friends, but then you don't know them yet. Like, that's like. But I also understand like if they're not actually going to resell it, like they are technically giving more money to the developers. I think that's also fine, but I don't see this being a massive problem because it is also it's removing a lot of the avenues for developers to lose money, and it's like surely if I want to gift like a 4-pack to someone, I just buy the game 4 times and gift it 3 times. I don't see a massive problem with that.
Well, they're trying to get rid of 4-packs basically. Yeah. So what do you think about them kind of discontinuing 2-packs and 4-packs? Have you ever purchased a 4-pack?
I know Andy bought 4-packs a lot, but surely you can just
now he just buys 4 copies of the same game
at full price.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you just buy it on sale, I don't see much of a difference. Like, you could always have it so, like, you could. I wonder if they could add it, like, in the future. They have it, like, if you buy 4 games, you would get like slightly more of a discount, maybe. But you can still only gift it the same route as before. Because,
well, I think it was Invisigun Heroes. People asking about could they put a 4-pack out, and it was kind of announced. The developer said, "Sorry, but Steam doesn't allow 4-packs for new games anymore." Yeah. So they're definitely phasing out 4-packs and 2-packs, which is a shame because I know a lot of people loved like buying lots of copies of games because they knew they were going to play them with their friends.
They can still buy those copies and give them.
Yeah, but you don't get the 4-pack discount. No. Which is
I'm just saying that if they could add that back in, but when you buy 4 of the same game at the same time, you get a little bit more of a discount than what's already there.
Why would they do that though? Because they're getting rid of 4-packs.
Yeah, but it's just like emulating the 4-pack. We don't have to have it go into your inventory anymore. You still gift it to the new system.
People would buy when they were buying multiple copies of the game to save for later, they would buy 4-packs.
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel
efficient.
like I don't see a reason why they couldn't do that anymore, because they made it so you can only gift it like right there and then as you've paid for it.
Yeah.
So like you can only give it to someone. You can't keep it
I
for later
think-
and then trade
I
it.
think there's another element is that it was a discount, and I think they know people will just buy 4 copies if they really want to gift it to other people.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't think what's the problem with that though? If more people are willing to do that.
If more people are willing to just buy 4 packs, then give them the discount, and then you make more money.
I guess, but some people wouldn't want to do it until there's a more of a discount.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see why they couldn't add it back in. Like, I understand why they might not want to get more money. But
I'm
like,
kind of annoyed 4 packs is going, because I kind of liked that you could go, I want to play this with my friends, let's get a 4 pack. And you get the discount, which is nice.
I just think you could add a pseudo 4 pack by just having more of a discount if you buy 2 or 4 copies of the same game.
I don't think they'll do it.
I don't. They don't like compound sales.
I don't like it that much that they took this change away, but I understand the reasons behind it.
It's not. I don't think it's too much of a problem. If you just buy it on sale, it's still cheap.
Well,
you're
no longer to put games in your inventory to trade away later. Fuck you, G2A.
That's what this is about, really, isn't it?
Well, not directly, because G2A usually uses Steam keys.
Yeah.
I don't think they really trade copies in your inventory. They might do.
I think they did. They do to some extent, but I don't think they do primarily. But I think they do it. They do allow it though.
Yeah. So the next piece of Steam news is Steam Audio is being added to Unreal Engine 4. So this is allowing devs to make soundscapes for the Unreal Engine 4 games, and potentially Steam Audio supports VR. So you could make some VR games in Unreal Engine 4, which is quite interesting. What do you think about this?
I think it's basically like more API for more developer stuff. Is it for free? Unreal 4 now?
Is Unreal Engine 4 free?
Yeah, I can't remember. That's not. Was Unreal 3 the free one now?
I thought 5 was free or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. But either way, like adding the API is really good. It allows for a better base point to be able to actually make a game. More tools. Can you get it for free?
I think it's free.
Yes, they did make it free. I'm not imagining that.
If you love something, set it free.
So this is free then. So this is really good.
Yeah, because they partnered up with Unreal Engine 4. They're adding HRTF filtering with per source settings, direct sound occlusion, physics-based sound propagation. If you know what any of that means, please email me and tell me about that, because I have no idea. I have no idea what any of that means.
Well, propagation is just like how the sound distributes through the environment. Like, so you'd have like ambient effects if it bounces off something.
Okay. I ain't got those brain dogs.
Okay, that's fine.
Don't understand what's going on and make me look like a fool.
It sounds really interesting to me though. That sounds...
Well, if you want to read the blog,
pick it up and see if we can do it.
It wasn't Robin Walker who did the blog post that time.
Yeah. Was it? You want to know? You want to know who did it this time?
Freeman CW.
Why they got so much low? Did not play Steam games. Is that what's going on?
He's got the Valve employee badge. It's worth
Whoa!
Got him.
Yet they've still got less levels than I do, and I don't have the Valve employee badge.
Well, I don't think they really play any. They usually test games on this.
Yeah.
He was last online a year ago on Steam, apparently.
Right.
Usually, if they use them as testing accounts, they try and hide the activity of them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they have like leaks through like Valve employees playing games they're not supposed to show on Steam.
Yeah. So I guess they must have like their own account that's not like they're like an internal account.
Apparently, people are thinking that Left 4 Dead 3 is going to be like one of the 3 VR titles.
Really?
That Valve is going to make with their 3 standalone VR games.
I can't believe it had a game with the number 3 in it.
Yeah, fine.
It'd
Maybe.
It'd be Left 4 Dead VR.
Yeah, but people are thinking it's going to be like a cross-platform where you can play it in VR, or you can also play it on the computer.
Oh, I
normally.
see. So it would be Left 4 Dead 3.
So you can play with people in VR while you're playing with someone on the computer.
Why do people think this, though? Like, where are they getting this information from?
Well, people were thinking there were going to be like one of them would be like a social home MMO sort of thing where.
Oh, right, okay.
You would go into a destination and like a house and talk to people, but then they made Steam VR Home Beta.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later.
So like, that's not a standalone game. It's just
that's just with adding as a baseline.
Yeah,
maybe. And there's been a lot of the files in the VR stuff has been like Left 4 Dead, and there's a lot of high resolution toys that were named Left 4 Dead 3 or something.
Okay.
It was in the Valve News Network video if you wanna look it up.
More information there.
But yeah, Steam wallet changes. So 2,000 is the maximum you can have in your Steam wallet now, and $2,000
for that.
And you can now have a single listing for an item of up to $1,800.
That's ridiculous.
This is how much these knives and these fucking.
How much money is Valve getting from this?
A lot. They get a big cut.
They just see like a couple of hundred just.
Well, they realised people were like, I can't actually sell this for enough of what it's worth. I'm going to have to sell it on a third-party website. Yeah. They're like, we're not getting a cut of that. So they were like, let's increase the Steam wallet and let's increase the listing price of items so we can get more of the money of things being sold on the Steam marketplace.
Why do they have such a smaller cap in the first place anyway, though? Why do they care what the cap is? Just people don't accidentally put $2,000 in their Steam wallet.
I guess. I don't know, maybe they never thought things would be that expensive that you'd need this.
Well,
they are.
They shouldn't have made CS:GO the way it was then. They designed it.
The virtual hat and gun economy.
They're the ones that designed it, so it's completely their fault.
No. Well, they create demand, and they've made items that are so rare and valuable that they've inflated the price.
Yeah.
So
I don't
making the big bucks.
I don't understand why I would want a knife personally, or a knife skin. But that's just me.
The skin insanity.
Yeah, it really is. Like, from an outside perspective, it is just like a skin. It is like an infection that seems to get everyone, and they go, "Oh, I need to get a better skin."
I don't care about skins in CS:GO.
Like, if I had a cool skin, I would use it. But
I did do a lot of hat trading in TF2.
Yeah.
I was a bit hat trader. Yeah.
It's not make it sound like a street pimp or like a street drug.
I used to trade on the street for illegal hats on Team Fortress 2.
You trade in 32 keys?
Yeah.
So that was the currency, right?
So the next change is probably my favourite change, and it's changed to the Steam trading cards.
It's to stop those fake games.
Games will now have to meet a certain number of sales until they drop trading cards.
Yeah, I really like that.
This is done to stop fake games from using the Steam storefront to make money off the trading cards.
So no more digital homicide.
No more digital
squeeze
homicide.
in a few pounds every now and
People are
again.
making a lot of money of just making fake games and then just putting trading cards on them, which I think this is an amazing change. So it has to meet a certain threshold of sales before trading cards get added to it.
It also means that when the game first comes out, like, people won't buy it just for the trading cards. They'll have to look at it like, is this a good game or not? Which is actually really good. Then only later down when it is good, if it's good, you can then go, I'll buy it now because I can get trading cards and get money off it. I know a lot of people bought games just to get money off trading cards.
So they were saying farming trading cards as for profit as a developer isn't rocket science. It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
The primary difficulty is that you need to get a game on Steam, which means you have to get it through the greenlight process, which was pretty easy in the past, but they're now escalating the way of disabling vote manipulation on the new Steam Direct. Another thing they said they could do was restrict the ability for devs to give out keys to their games.
Yeah.
Because, some illegitimate people were using these to get more people on the game, more people to give free game copies out to get positive reviews.
Yeah. Basically bribes.
But they said that this would degrade legitimate developers of using these to make their players happy.
Yeah.
To help test it. And they're also not certain it would solve the problem.
But this should solve the problem.
They said there are many ways a bad actor could try to get their game owned by all their bot accounts, and then they need to find a way to do it that costs less than making from selling the trading cards, basically.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way people are making profits off putting fake games on Steam.
If they can code bots to do this, or they've just bought bots, I presume, could they not have paid for someone to make an actual good game?
That would cost more, though, I think.
Yeah, but when people would buy it, it would make more money.
Well, I think if you made a good game, you might just make money off the sales, and at that point you'd be a game developer.
And then you go, oh my god, now getting more money off the trading cards as well.
Well, they're saying you might wonder why this is really an issue. After all, if no players are buying their games and their cards being traded in the market to play, who wants them? Where's the harm? Isn't Valve making money from the market fees on these trading cards? Well, there's truth in this. Both of these points. The problem is that games damage something we care about a lot because it affects all of our players, the Steam store algorithm.
Yeah,
so
it does really mess
fucks with it because it's like, this game is really popular, but this isn't a real game.
No. It's a meme game. We've got the meme. I'm hoping there'd be less meme tags. That's what I'm hoping from this.
As we mentioned in the past, the algorithm's primary job is to chew out a lot of data about games and players and ultimately decide what games it's going to show you. These trading card farming games produce a lot of false data or faux data because there's a lot of apparent player activity around them, and as a result, the algorithm runs the risk of thinking that one of these games is actually a popular game that real players see.
It makes it even worse.
So we've tried to take a different approach, remove the economic incentive that's the root of the problem. I don't think they mention at what threshold it starts dropping. I don't think they want to.
I don't think they'll ever give that information away.
Because they don't want people to game
otherwise,
the system.
Yeah, as soon as you can do that, you can min-max and then you can make like business decisions whether that's worth it or not.
But I think this is the best thing you can do. They got rid of digital homicide.
The top comment, good, you got rid of digital homicide.
Now you can get rid of crapola devs who make things like yellow.
What the hell is yellow?
I don't want to look it up. I'm sure it's not a real game.
Is it a pissing game?
Sorry?
It's yellow. I don't know. It sounds terrible.
It's a game about lemons, maybe. Maybe it's just like a blank page is like the colour yellow and they just bought the shit out of it. Anyway, well, that's my favourite change. I'm all for seeing people like Digital Homicide making fake games and profiting off Steam cards off Steam. That's a really good change.
No more fake games is good.
Shopee News, the Steam user forums is being shut down and now just links directly to Steam discussions. Some people did legitimately use the Steam user forums, but now you just have to go straight to discussions.
Isn't it kind of the same thing now, though?
No, I think it's slightly different. I'm not sure.
I thought they added like loads of features to the discussions to make it more like the forums.
Yeah, they've tried to improve it. But it's nowhere near as advanced as the Steam forums.
So why did they choose forums to get rid of and not discussions?
I don't know, they kind of want to streamline it. I don't think they wanted two separate places for people to discuss the same thing, right?
Yeah, but couldn't they streamline it by adding the better one and removing the worst one?
No, because I think not a lot of... I think like there was a huge disconnect between the kind of people who use the forums and the kind of people who use discussions.
Right.
And they just wanted to go, we want to kind of display discussions and move people who want to chat.
Is there
about
an option to be able to
onto
move forums to discussions then? Existing forums that are still with active
I think it just doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
I don't know. I've never used Steam discussions. I've never used the Steam forums.
I don't.
So I couldn't talk too much about this. If I say something that's fake news, then call me out. But I just thought that was interesting. Steam has started embedding streams into its store page, and the chat has already been disabled.
It did have chat straight away.
So there was a sale for who was it? Developer Digital, I believe, this weekend, and very quickly Hitler Youth was spamming the swastika all over the streams. You know, it was like the Twitch chat momentum of spamming, you know, offensive shit.
What was Sheep doing? What was he thinking?
I don't know. Sheep spamming something in Arabic. And within like an hour or something of them posting, chat was on the official streams. It was disabled very quickly. The trolls won. But I thought the actual idea of showing a stream to advertise a game is really good. That
is really good. You can see it being played.
So anyone streaming the game on Steam can now be seen on that game. So say like, I think Enter the Gungeon was being streamed.
Yeah,
and
I think that's one of them.
And they were showing like a guy playing it, and that was quite interesting because it's like, I wonder what this game's about.
Yeah, I think on sale. For me personally, like I'm way more likely to buy a game if I can see how it's played, like how you actually play it. Like trailers don't really sell a game to me.
Yeah, I think it's way better to just see some gameplay of someone playing. Yeah, and what better way to do that than have a live stream of someone who's currently playing the game?
A lot of games as well, like indie games, even published by bigger companies, but especially like they don't really have like, you can't really make good trailers out of it really.
And I think you could say, why don't you make a gameplay video? But the good thing about a live stream is it shows the current build of the game.
Yeah.
So you're always seeing the most current content of the game being live streamed.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. I just hope it doesn't crash my Steam like YouTube videos embedding does.
Oh, I haven't experienced it crashing yet. I checked it out for a while. Well, it seemed pretty good.
It doesn't crash, but you know, like you have like store, library, community.
Yeah.
They're actually 3 separate processes, as far as I can tell. Because if I'm on community, like on a workshop item that has a YouTube video embedded, and it freezes, I can still use the store page and the library.
Right.
But if I go back to community, to go back to the workshop, it's still frozen. And there's nothing I can do until I quit Steam.
If you're watching a stream and you go onto one of those different pages, it pops out into a mini player, doesn't it?
Yeah. For stream, for like, yeah. I assume it's the same. I assume they're using the same system as the rest of the streaming.
Yeah, I know it does that for when you're spectating your friend on Steam, but I don't know if it
does I've never had that freeze either, so that's something separate.
I don't think it does it for the store one.
No.
Unless you maybe set it to do that somehow. Because it didn't do that for me when you just click off it.
I wonder if it is the same, but I haven't looked at that properly yet.
So, the final piece of Steam VR news is the Steam VR Home Beta. So Steam VR Home Beta is replacing destinations. So now, as soon as you go into Steam VR, you're going to have your little house, and it's going to do basically what destinations did.
It is a really cool idea, though.
So what you're going to have is customizable environments. You're going to be able to change around your house, go to different areas, have online lobbies. So as soon as you get into VR, you can invite your friend round and look about.
You can invite your friend around your virtual house.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like this virtual lifestyle
They
game.
never had that on Star Trek, broadcasting themselves in another person's holodeck. Why isn't that?
Yeah, but you can like walk in. You can walk into the holodeck. It's true. VR's not the same as holodecks, right? The holodeck is changing a room.
Yeah.
Like in the first, like one of the first episodes of Generation, like Riker's in like I think it's Riker's. He's in like this little lake forest, and then Data walks in.
Yeah, but I still feel like across 2 holodecks, you could like project yourself in another person's holodeck as a holo character, and then it just tracks what you do and what you say. Why has this never been done before?
It's
Star Trek.
I think a better, probably like the better comparison would be, I don't know, Sword Art Online or something like that.
Yeah.
That's like a VR game thing, isn't it?
It's like a VR game, but you control it with your mind, but you have to still...
With your mind.
You don't move in real life. You just
I feel like
just
that show has a really interesting concept, and then
it's poorly executed.
It's really poorly executed.
Like, the game doesn't make any sense, and nothing... Like, the guy is clearly the creator doesn't play games.
Yeah. I remember hearing about Sword Art Online, I was like, well, that sounds like a game. What's that game?
Well, apparently the film's come out in Asia, and we're waiting for it in this country. Apparently.
Okay.
But yeah, I do want to watch it though. Still, like,
okay.
It is still an interesting premise, and I still think the series has good moments. Yeah.
Potential. Peter's potential.
No, we've already had that episode.
I wish it was just like you just did a week like YouTube series went Peter's potential, and he just said like random games and films that he thought had potential.
You could do like a Twitch stream as like Peter's potential stream. It's like just talks about games and like has people like debate like, what's a good game or have ideas bouncing off it. I'd watch that.
Anyway. Talking about Steam VR, you can have online lobbies, you can have avatars, and of course you can have virtual reality hats that added a bunch of hats.
Why?
You can... it's fucking fantastic. You can have your ghastly gibbous, you can have your top part, your different hats.
Your fedora.
Yeah. They're definitely going to be developing more hats. We need more hats for VR.
I'm pretty sure they have a hat department in Steam or in Valve.
You know when they're like 33% of the companies working on VR? It's actually working on hats.
Yeah. VR hats.
Yeah.
33% of the companies work on VR, but half of that are working on VR hats.
Yeah.
The other half are working on fixing things with VR. No one's making Half-Life 3, is what I'm saying.
Yes, they are.
Or TF2,
that's gonna be one
the dead game that no one plays.
Half-Life 3 is going to be one of the standalone VR games.
It's going to be Team Fortress 3, Half-Life 3, and Left 4 Dead 3. Those are the three games.
Well, I don't think it would be Team Fortress 3.
I think the thing is though, if there is going to be one, like, I think there's only going to be like one like really big one. So if Left 4 Dead 3 is a big one, it won't be Half-Life 3 as well.
You think they're only going to use like one of their previous
at a time? Yeah, they'd have, because it takes so much development time, I'd reckon. Because they polish it. I mean, I guess as well. The only problem with that as well, they also like work on lots of projects at once.
People have found like a bunch of strings for like Half-Life weapons.
Yeah,
in, like, their
so I guess
project.
they're kind of just working with everything, but we don't know which one's coming out first. Though.
Dare I say it? Half-Life 3 confirmed.
I think
Half-Life
3's always been confirmed. It's just never been a game.
It's never been confirmed.
It's never been. No, but we knew it's going to come out eventually.
No, we don't.
We do.
We don't.
It has to. Why would they make? They need to make more money. They're just never happy with it.
They already make so much money. They don't need to make games anymore. They just make money.
They need more games.
It's going to have VR hats as soon as you enter VR. So you can go into your house in VR and you can play your games, or you can go into a lobby. So you can draw with like.
I could make a room scale room my house in VR.
Yeah, you can. It's using like the photorealistic things from like I think it's called Postcard from like the lab.
Yeah, yeah.
So you could take like some.
You'd
have to take a lot of high resolution photos of your room, and then
panoramic images as well.
Yeah, I don't think they need to be panoramic. You think you just need to take a lot of images and
stitch them
together.
You could do that, but the panoramic thing will stitch it together automatically for you, so you're halfway there. Then you just need to track it.
Well, you can get like a 3D camera.
Yeah, that's true. That just automatically does panoramic and tracks it for you.
How do you want to put your room into VR?
No, I just wanted to have like if you could like have this. You could have a house, then you have like this big room, and then like in the big room you have like the room scale. So it's like a really big room scale. So you have more space to walk around in your house.
Yeah,
in VR.
And then you track like objects like your table and your bed with the Vive
Yeah.
trackers, so you know where
So
they
Andy
are in
could sleep
VR.
in VR in
He
his
could
real
play
bed.
Hearthstone in bed in VR.
He had like a little laptop
That's
in
the
his house playing Hearthstone, loading up Battle.net.
Play Hearthstone in bed in VR. That's the dream.
With a hat on.
But yeah, I think that's a really interesting change.
Can they add mirrors, so, like VR mirrors, so you can see your pretend hat and see your avatar?
Maybe.
That's what I want to see.
There's a mirror in Meet the Medic Surgeon Simulator. But you look like the medic on TF2.
That'd be so weird though. Wouldn't that be so weird to look in the mirror and then you look like the medic though?
I guess. I don't know.
Because we're so visual creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Anyway. Final topic. Can you stop crashing into things? Final Ashes of Creation. So if you haven't seen this, there's this really big, ambitious trailer for an MMO.
Yeah, we don't get it.
MMOs in 2017?
We thought MMOs were dead or dying.
I didn't think anyone wanted to play a new MMO.
This got so much hype and so much.
Yeah, it got
backing.
like a massive Kickstarter hype video, and I'm calling it now Titanic Syndrome. It is not too big to fail.
There's no such thing.
Yeah.
If anything, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah, exactly. I think people are expecting this to be really successful, and they're like, there's too much backing behind it. It cannot fail.
We saw what Tim Schafer did with a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not much.
This can definitely fail really easily, and I think there's a high chance it might because of how ambitious they're being with their project. They're saying they want to build an economy where instead of you having an auction house, you build like a marketplace and you sell your wares in like a virtual store.
They've basically gone like...
That's like one of their pillars.
They've gone super event system from Guild Wars 2, like just went like overcharged it and made it the core of the game.
And they're saying that they want unique events.
But I don't know how they're activating them.
When you dig like a certain amount into the mine, it like sets off a mountain that sets off a dragon event that attacks you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but to make these events, which are supposed, I'm guessing they'd only happen
I don't know if they're going to happen once. It depends how they want to reset them. Because if they're making
the events don't do anything, or they have no impact on the world.
Well, no, they wouldn't technically have an impact on the world either, though, because it's to be backwards and forwards things. You'd have one extreme, the other extreme. Like majority of the time, you'd be in the middle, then you'd be going between them.
Well, let's say they happen once, or let's say they happen very.
I reckon
this happen very
that
rarely.
That is a ridiculous amount of.
But you'd put so much development time into building something that's going to be seen by a very small amount of the players, a very small amount of time.
I reckon at some point,
so impossible to make.
Yeah, I think at some point in development they're going to go, all right, let's make these less rare and make it happen more often. And I think they're going to lose the charm of the living world because of it. Because I don't know. Like, it's this really ambitious thing, and they haven't in their trailer. Well, not trailer. Their announcement video. Yeah. They didn't talk about how they're going to deal with these issues at all. So I wasn't sold on it at all. Like, you need to be transparent. You need to explain like how you want, like what your design philosophy is going to be to solve the issues.
It's also an Unreal Engine 4, I think, which makes me think there's going to be like huge issues with performance.
With lots of people, yeah. I think it will have a. I don't know. It depends if they're able to because there's a lot you can do with Unreal 4, so maybe you can make it optimized and things, but.
Well, because
most MMOs just you can change it.
It reached its goal within a day.
Yeah.
Of 750,000.
What's up to the
moment? At the moment, it has 2.6 million, which is crazy. How much faith people put in this after a short trailer.
It's 11-minute trailer, and they don't talk about the design philosophy of how to solve the problems that people might have, and it's like it does just like design buzz to me.
Yeah, because at the moment they've put out this one trailer, and then later on they put out like a quick alpha demo where they showed some of the gameplay and they showed like the mage gameplay. I don't know.
I really like the architecture and like the use. Like, I know like you don't. Like,
I don't like
the art. Style. Yeah, the art style is like generic. What MMOs look like, but they have made the actual landscapes look really cool with the art style. Like the statues look really good. I'm not sure about the flying house in the middle of nowhere though. I never understood what that was when I watched the thing.
Magic.
Is it? Do you have player homes? Because I thought player homes were in the world and they can be destroyed, and that's why people would want to stop things. But yet they showed a house in the middle of nowhere, like in a void world, a little plot.
The way they said towns work is that you make a house there, and then when you mine thing, it gives XP towards the town, and the town grows like that. And there's going to be individual towns for each server.
But I assume what's going to happen is that loads of people will move into one city because it looks really good, and then half of the events will never activate because no one wants them to activate because it will ruin their house.
Yeah, but they're also going to be PvP where people are going to PvP the homes. So you're going to you're kind of forced into PvP.
But that's not going to be the PvP event. It's not going to be the same as a PvE event. So that I feel like half the content at least won't be activated.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there, especially if you're super invested in your house, which a lot of people will be because they'll pay money for it.
They say they're not having any pay to win things.
Well, pay to win. Buying a hat isn't pay to win, Joe.
No, but they said they're not. They're not having any microtransactions. I don't
understand that, but yeah, they don't want any microtransactions for some reason. I think
it's a subscription, maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was a subscription, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they're adding a subscription fee to avoid pay to win.
I don't see
there's not going to be
I don't see how a virtual hat store is pay to win in any way. How is looking cool pay to win?
Yeah, but a lot of people add gameplay features.
Yeah, no, but if they really didn't want that, they could look at two options. They go, we either have a subscription fee, but let's be honest though, they could easily add a subscription fee and still have
but even people Guild Wars 2, you can buy extra character slots, and you can buy things that directly influence the game. Yeah. World of Warcraft.
You can buy. My biggest problem with Guild is you can buy gold with gems.
Yeah. World of Warcraft, you can buy gold.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like these kind of pay to win features, which is it's kind of absurd that WoW is a subscription game with pay to win features in it.
I think Guild Wars makes way more sense.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not getting hyped for this, but I'm definitely going to check this out after it launches. And
I'm interested in it, but I'm not. I don't have the same faith that everyone else seems to have, because then their transparency is basically not. They haven't talked about the problems they're going to have and how they're going to solve it. It's just them showing we have this big idea. It's I know you have this big idea, but how are you going to solve these issues?
I would check every time. It's usually Martin who links me this brand new MMO where you're going to build your own house. It's this massive open world and you can do everything. I'm like, this is probably gonna be shit. They're gonna maybe develop this for a couple of years and then release a subpar game where they were like, oh, this feature was too hard to develop, we took it out, and then people are gonna get this bare bones MMO and people are gonna be like, oh, this is what I paid for.
I do like the idea because my biggest criticism of Guild Wars 2 is the event system that they wanted, they couldn't do with the technology they had and the money they had.
The technology just wasn't there.
Yeah, and I think a more living well with more in depth and more higher stakes event systems in Guild Wars would make it better, which is what they seem to want to do. But they haven't talked about solving the issues. So we'll see what happens, but I have this funny thing. It's not gonna.
Yeah, I'll have a look what it looks like after it's launched.
Yeah, or just before launch. Because it's going to beta.
No, I'll have a look at it after the game is out and people are paying subscription fees.
Yeah, Well, but I'll also be tracking it
because people will give it a lot of slack in beta and say,
absolutely.
Beta, things will change.
I'm not going to give it a lot of slack in beta though.
I'm going to be like, I want to see what this game looks like at launch.
Yeah.
Anyway, talk about this one. I'm going to go into Tony's wish list now. I just need to think about what we talked about last week so I don't look at it again. You haven't put many games onto your wish list.
I don't think I've looked on the store page since last time, but I have added like loads since like a month ago.
What is My World Action RPG Maker?
I don't know, it looked really stupid, so I added it.
My World, the Action RPG Maker. Unleash your imagination with My World and create, share and play amazing 3D adventures with our growing community. Claim glory and treasure as you conquer magical worlds alone or as a team.
Look how silly it is.
No coding required. Yeah, it just looked fucking ridiculous.
I just loved like the... I don't know, I just loved the charm of it.
The charm of it?
I don't know, the animations really got me, I think. Not the running animation, those shit, but... I don't know, just something about it just made me laugh. And I was like, yeah.
This looks like someone was like, let's make it fully customizable.
Look at those skeletons!
Fully customizable Adventure Quest 3D. That would be a really good game.
I don't know, I kind of like the look of this stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. You have a lot of suspect games on your wish list that are like shitty RPG makers.
Yeah.
What was that other game I was talking about yesterday? There's like a
the one that was
clone.
Portal Knights or something.
Oh, Portal. We'll talk about that next. Then. So this is early access adventure action RPG co-op. They're always these fucking.
Look, it's got mostly positive reviews. You can't. It's got
games are always in early access.
Yeah, because they're small indies and they're
mostly
like, big
positive.
Ambitions.
Recently, from 19, it has 57 reviews.
Yeah, it's not too many to be honest.
Why did they put this game in early access? We're really proud.
9 months.
Done by they want to have it in 9 months.
Jesus. That's actually quite ambitious, actually. Most people take, like, years. I don't know, I think you need to work on your animations a little bit, though. I will say that.
Someone said, well, all that good. Nothing is really custom. You just use the same assets over and over again. It is just boring.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling that they might have because they have like a map creator, right? I have a funny feeling that I feel like
they just give you a bunch of stock assets,
and you can't
assets.
change like the base physics or the base.
You can't like upload custom what are they called, rigs, skeletal rigs, and like custom.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing if you could like change their rig like a huge amount, like change all the properties and things. But it sounds like you can't really do that.
I don't know. I never really see the point of these RPG Maker things. Because they always end up being really shitty RPG games.
No.
In the end.
No.
You're not going to go into RPG Maker and make like the next, I don't know, Witcher.
Yeah, you could.
No,
Yes, you could.
That's
to be fair, you can't really compare The Witcher 3 to anything else.
Yeah, but have you ever played a game that's come from RPG Maker and gone, oh, that's a good game?
Yeah.
What have you played?
I don't know what it's called, but there's one that actually like changes like the base stuff with
good RPG Maker games.
You're going to disagree with all of them.
Oh, Lisa's an RPG Maker game, apparently. I don't know.
Is it?
Is it?
Apparently it is. Yeah, apparently it is. It's RPG Maker VX8.
Well, I may be wrong there. This is a good game. It's probably like one of the only ones out of all these.
No, some of those are actually really good as well.
Well, I think Lisa's
probably the best one though.
It's probably a surprisingly good title, but I think most of them are pretty shit.
I guess a lot of problem I have with most of them is that they don't change. They don't like add their own code for the mechanics of the combat.
RPG Maker is way more customizable than this or Portal Knights or whatever, right?
I guess. Do you want to move on to Portal
Yeah.
Knights then? You're raring to go.
Portal Knights, now out of early access, leave the familiar world behind and step to a fantastic unknown. With Portal Knights, play with your friends in this action RPG crafting adventure across 3D sandbox worlds. Create your adventure, forge your hero, because the ultimate Portal Knight... Oh, hang on, I forgot. I need to click not interested on...
Oh, you haven't done that yet?
No, My World Action RPG Maker. Not interested. Okay. Portal Knights. Adventure multiplayer sandbox open world. It's...
2 people in your friends want this game, Joe.
You want this game.
Yeah, I do.
It's asking me, is this game relevant to me? No, not interested. Do you want to talk about Portal Knights? Why did you put this game onto your wish list?
It just looked kind of interesting. To be honest, I don't know, I just looked really cool.
The gameplay looks way better than the last one.
Yeah, absolutely. The animations actually seem to work.
But every time I see one of these kind of RPG Minecraft clones, I kind of have to go, why is this better than just playing like Minecraft?
Because Minecraft has shit combat.
The combat interests you, does it?
I just like the look of the world looks really cool as well, and like the combat seems to be like better than just like, oh, we've made a Minecraft clone.
Well, it's got very positive reviews with 6,700 reviews. That's probably a lot better than the other one.
Yeah.
So this could be very good. Honoured with the award Best Online Game. Wow.
So this is co-op, like proper co-op, right? It's not just... By
the Deutsche Entwickler Paris Award.
I don't know, because to me, like, it looks like Minecraft, but RPG elements, which is actually really cool.
This game...
It seems to be less about mining.
This game's performance is okay.
It's only 1%
The main
NVIDIA.
story is apparently 30 hours. Okay.
That's cool.
So it has a story to it as well. But it... Wait, so it's all in text, the audio.
Okay.
So it has English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish.
I guess that makes
a bunch
sense.
of different languages in interface.
I guess it couldn't get any voice actors.
And then there's no full audio and there's no subtitles.
Partial controller support, though.
Oh, that's my favourite. See, because the thing is, this game launched with simplified Chinese translation, and it did really well because Asia's like the biggest market for Steam games.
Asia also don't care about voice acting. They don't care about text-based stuff. They actually think text-based games are better. If you want to make
an early access game on Steam right now, make sure to get it languages in simplified Chinese, because you get like a huge amount of people buying your game then.
Yeah, but I don't speak Chinese. That's gonna be a problem.
Well, you have to hire a translator, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Google Translator is no substitute for hiring a translator.
The biggest markets are Asia, the US, and then like Europe, right?
Yeah, that was the list. It was like the EU third, and then I don't know. I just think the classes look kind of cool, and there is still building of some description, so you could at least customize it.
Yeah, I don't really like the building though. That's kind of
the building looks kind of shit and kind of awkward, and I don't think I'll be doing much good building. But I mean, at least it has building.
At least it has building.
That's all I can say. So you're not interested in that?
Not interested. It showed me it's a shit game. Actually, it's okay to be on your wish list. I'll give you that.
Fair enough.
What is MacLeod VR?
Is that the big... No, that isn't.
Experience firsthand the hopeless fight of humanity against the beta horde in the world of MacLeod.
I think this might be a stupid one, but...
It's free to play.
Yeah, I think it's just like a stupid one, from what I remember. But I don't remember what you do. It's just like
They've got like an AK in the middle of the snow, and then they're being attacked by monsters. What the fuck is this?
I'll be honest with you, the first trailer is absolutely terrible. I wouldn't recommend watching it.
This looks really shit, Tony. Really shit.
Well...
This is free to play, and it has mixed reviews. I mean, this must be really bad.
I don't know what they were thinking with this trailer, though.
Includes live mixed reality.
What does that mean?
I don't know. That
What?
You can put your virtual person with your real life body. This trailer is so bad.
Can we get to the next one? This must be. I think this one was better from what I remember, but it might not be.
It's on HTC Vive, tracked motion controllers, standing and room scale.
You'd always get the visual novel version if you want.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know. I just thought it's kind of a meme game, I guess.
Yeah, that's definitely a meme game.
It just has like big monsters in a creepy forest.
So it's called Muv-Luv, and it's got the same name as an anime visual novel for £27. What? But what has this got to do with the anime visual novel VR version?
I don't know.
Are these monsters from Muv-Luv?
I guess.
Have you got Muv-Luv on your wish
So
list?
let's have a look.
Yes.
That's
you also
okay,
want
then.
Muv-Luv. It's been filtered out for me because it's got the tag anime.
And it's now in Chinese.
Chinese cartoons.
Nudity and romance anime. What more
looks
could
like
you
they're
want?
at a school and then a bunch
Look,
of robots.
every
attack.
anime is at a school.
Yeah, but it looks like there's a bunch of robots attacking, but I definitely saw a bunch of monsters attacking. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's what I thought the robots were attacking the monsters.
Absolutely, fuck off with this shit. Don't buy Muv-Luv. Don't buy Muv-Luv VR. It's a prank game. That's the end of the podcast. We're going to do our usual Molydeux tweet. The one I was going to pick got deleted. It said something along the lines of, what if you hyped up a game really high and then you didn't deliver it? And then I was like, isn't that just every Peter Molyneux game ever?
Yeah.
And then that got deleted for some reason. But I picked this one. Imagine a game where you are unaware that you are creating ghost data that can be interactive with when you suddenly die later in the game. I was like, that kind of sounds like Dark Souls or something like that.
It sounds interesting. It depends how you do it, but yeah, it's kind of just like after death.
After you die in the game, it doesn't tell you
something.
that you can interact with where you died.
You just die and become a ghost. You can interact with stuff that you've caused previously in the game.
Well, that is the end of the podcast. Follow us on vid.me/inbetween podcast, YouTube, Inbetween podcast, Twitter @Scorn2000.
I think searching everything in between podcasts for YouTube is still the easiest though.
No, I think
for me it was anyway.
Inbetween podcast on YouTube and Facebook Scorn. I am going on holiday, but Tony has assured me he will get the spotlight up for next week when I'm on holiday.
I'll definitely do that.
Okay, so if he forgets,
I'll definitely
send angry messages to me because Tony doesn't exist, and then I'll send them to Tony.
Just like say...
You made a Twitter, but you still haven't activated it, so...
I'm a bot, I can't activate it.
Alright, goodbye.
Bye.